Senator the Most Honorable Reginald Farley, President of the Senate and Chairman of the Barbados Labour Party.
Good evening, everyone. Prime Minister, Madam Wong, Ambassador Yang, members of Cabinet, members of the National Executive of the Barbados Labour Party, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. What a wonderful evening. The weather is beautiful. We have our wonderful guests here with us, our comrades from the Communist Party of China, and we are here to relax. I think our guests have worked hard enough for today. We had wonderful meetings at the airport today. It was a dialogue with political leader, chairman, members of, and the vice chairs with Madam Wong a few minutes ago, and we're here to celebrate. But before we celebrate, it is important for us to have this formal welcome. So let me thank all of you who've taken the time from your busy schedules to join us this evening. Let me thank you, political leader and Prime Minister, for offering your wonderful official residence to host this reception. It really gives a special touch to it. Could we have a round of applause for our political leader for her hospitality? Madam Wong, let me take the opportunity to welcome you to Barbados. It is your first time in Barbados. It is an honor for us to be able to host such a distinguished person as yourself. You are a member of the Communist Party of China's Central Committee. And as Ambassador Wang explained, that is just about 220 persons out of a population of 1.5 billion. So a very select and important and powerful group indeed. You're party secretary of the party. You're also vice president and first member of the secretariat of the All China Women's Federation. So the members of our Women's League here, the Barbados Labour Party, here is your comrade in arms. Madam Wong is also the vice chairman of the National Working Committee on Children and Women under the State Council Very important positions. As you will recall, the Barbados Labour Party had the distinction of being the first in the Caribbean when the government to have a one China policy. This party, the Barbados Labour Party, and the Communist Party of China have had close fraternal relations since the 1970s, 1977. And we continue to demonstrate that cooperation by tangible projects. But more fundamentally, there have been exchanges from time to time. A number of our members have over the years, whether at high levels, senior officials, or our young people, have visited China, have had the experience of that international exposure. And from time to time, the latest being 13 years ago, 2012, a visit from the Communist Party of China. So we're honored, Madam Wong, that you have graced us with your presence. And we thank Ambassador Yang and his team for organizing and facilitating the arrangements. And on our side, I want to make special mention of our CEO and our third vice chair, who, on behalf of the executive committee, undertook the arrangements from our end. It is my pleasure to invite Madam Wong to bring greetings on behalf of the entire delegation, but from the Communist Party of China, as our guest of honor this evening. Madam Wong.
Honorable Prime Minister, Party Chairman, General Secretary, Deputy Chairmen, Cabinet Ministers, MPs, Senators, ladies and gentlemen, friends, good evening. It's such a delight to come to your beautiful country at the invitation of the Barbados Labour Party. Although this is my first visit and the stay here will be very brief, your country has left me with the most favorable and deep impression, and in particular, the Barbados people are warm, hospitable, and friendly, and they share a close bond with the Chinese people. On behalf of the entire delegation, I'd like to thank the Barbados Labour Party for your kind invitation, your warm hospitality, and thoughtful arrangement. We are visiting Barbados this time to deepen our party-to-party exchanges and cooperation, enhance political mutual trust, further consolidate the political foundation of China-Barbados relations, and also to act on the important consensus reached between Her Honorable Prime Minister and President Xi Jinping, and to further increase our exchanges across the board, and finally enhance and boost this sound and steady growth of state-to-state relations through the party channel. Barbados is an important country in the Caribbean region and also a good friend and close partner for China in the region. Over the past half a century, since we established diplomatic relations, we've always respected each other and treated each other as equal, and our political mutual trust has been deepening. Our two countries also enjoy fruitful practical cooperation and sound coordination and communication on international affairs, and our relations is a model for South-South cooperation. The CPC and the BLP go back for over 40 years. These long-term friendly exchanges have laid a solid political foundation for the sustained growth of China-Barbados relations. Barbados is a good friend of China, and Prime Minister Motley is a good friend of China. In June last year, President Xi Jinping met Prime Minister Motley, and the two of them reached important consensus on the future growth of bilateral relations. China is ready to work together with Barbados to act on these important consensus to further consolidate our strategic mutual trust and take forward practical cooperation. We shall also enhance our coordination in international and regional affairs and build a closer community with a shared future between our two countries. The CPC is ready to deepen exchanges and mutual learning with the BLP to boost our relations and deliver more benefits to our two peoples. The people-to-people bonds hold the key to state-to-state relations, and exchanges between the women of our two countries are an important part of our friendly exchanges. As a leader of All China Women's Federation, I'm visiting Barbados also to boost the exchanges and cooperation between our women so that we can usher in a new episode of women development. I'd like to pay tribute to Prime Minister Motley again and propose a toast to the prosperity and happiness of Barbados people and to China-Barbados friendship. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Madam Huang. And to give brief concluding remarks and to respond to that toast so wonderfully moved, I invite our political leader, who's also Prime Minister of Barbados, and a global leader acknowledged by the United Nations and several countries around the world. Wherever you go, everyone knows our political leader, Mayor Amor Motley.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman of the party. Our dear honored guests, let me say to you that you are so welcome here. You are the most revered woman to visit Barbados from China since Madame Wu in 2003. And it has not escaped us and it has not escaped us that you came directly from New York, where the Commission on the Status of Women is meeting this week at the United Nations. That you have chosen to visit us is a very high honor for our party and for our people. It is on the eve of the 30th anniversary of the Beijing talks that achieved so much for women globally. And it has given us an opportunity this evening to be able to discuss as to how Barbados yet again can have a very strong presence at those talks next year that will seek to commemorate the 30th anniversary of those seminal talks for women in Beijing. The truth is, we know that there are a number of movements across the world that are seeking to reverse some of the progress made at that meeting. And that is why we believe that our partnership between the Barbados Labour Party and the Communist Party of China is so critical, because it is our policies as parties that will inform our policies as governments. And therefore, this exchange is absolutely important to ensure that we do not along the way misstep in any way. In addition to that, we are very, very comfortable with the relationship that we've had to be able to build with successive Chinese ambassadors in Barbados. And we continue to ensure that our people and your people, who the ambassadors have brought through the years, have that opportunity for the people-to-people exchange that makes it stronger for all of us and makes it easier for our people to appreciate, as well as your people, why it is inevitable that we work together on the common challenges that face humanity. And in spite of the fact that we are a small island developing state, and you are one of the largest countries of the world, we find common purpose in being able to expand the horizons that are possible for humanity and to fight against the climate crisis. I want, therefore, to wish you all the very best as you continue to meet with members of our party tomorrow. And I want to ensure that as you even leave our shores and go to our sister nation in Trinidad and Tobago, that you will recognize that in this region, in the Caribbean, there is great affection for the Chinese civilization, great respect. We share common values, as I said, and it is against that backdrop that I too will ask all of us here to raise a toast to, one, the state and people of China, to Madam Huang, to the Chinese Communist Party, and to the solidarity and friendship between our two parties. This year will mark 47 years of relationship, and I can only hope that we will be together on the 50th anniversary of that friendship. Hear, hear. I say one more thing, and that is that I hope that when all of this formality is over, that the ambassador will ensure that he can take you around our island, because those who visit it are amazed that on a landmass so small that you can have so many different geographical features. So I hope that he will not keep you in meetings the entire time, but will allow you to be able to visit and see some of Barbados that will make you want to return. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister Madam Wong.